because we had people here that were sheriffs, that were veterans, would have had something for that. And so we started, I started this veterans preference, point preference. They get, if they're even people that serve in the military during peace times, which unfortunately they're few and far between now, would get 3 points. Some agencies don't give any points if there's a peacetime, but they get 3 points. If they're serving during a conflict, they get 5. If they're a prisoner of war, they get 10. Oh, really? If they're disability, they get 10. And this goes, they can use those points for their initial hiring process. If they get an 80, they can bump themselves up to an 85 or a 90, depending upon the points preference. And they can use that for their hiring, or they can use that for their supervisor when the sergeant's test. So they have a choice of using it at one point in their career. And so it's just something we do for our vets. It's very important. These people, you know yourself for your service you have, and our veterans out there know themselves that we don't know where we're going to be assigned. That's up to the powers that be. Oh, yeah. But regardless, when you sign your name and you swear in allegiance to this country, protect and defend the Constitution, you're at their will, and they can put you anywhere. And sometimes it's in harm's way, as we know, as we know, based upon as we know. So
we get a lot of that. So what year did you wind up signing up?
Well, I signed up in, actually, as soon as I turned 18, I signed up for the Navy. My grandfather was a Navy vet. My father was a Navy vet in World War II. World War I for my grandfather, World War II for my father. He signed up when his sister signed him on board to get rid of him at 15. He wanted to be joining the Navy.
Yeah, that's when they could still do the
so they signed up, and he was in the Navy, and he served, he was a 20 millimeter machine gunner on several ships, one being the Marblehead, which is the Galloping Ghost of the Pacific Coast. That was a ship that the Japanese thought they destroyed and limped back. So he's aboard that. He's seen conflict, and and listen to his stories. He won't fly. My father will not fly in an airplane. As a 20 millimeter machine gunner during Okinawa and during Iwo Jima, he was. They were on the picket lines. And as the war was drawn to a close, as you know, the Japanese started these kamikaze runs. Right. And he was on a destroyer, and his ship, was part of that picket, defending the support craft, landing Marines on forces on land. And the ships got hit pretty heavy. In fact, right next to him, as he was firing his 20 millimeter machine gun, on his turret next to him was hit by a kamikaze plane. Yeah, and like I said, he just saw the carnage that airplanes can cause. He doesn't fly. If it's not ground transportation, he doesn't go. And I say there's planes and trains. Planes out, trains and cars. Automobiles and cars is in. So we're talking as far as that. And they never really had help for vets then. Yeah. No matter what they called shell shock, they had all these different things in Vietnam. They had other names for it, but they never really took care of the vets. They never really recognized the problems as being what it is. So it's but I thought the Navy was a good service. I was named after a Marine, and like I said before the show, was that he was killed on April 23rd, 1951. Anthony, and they call him Chubby, and my father were friends. They were a couple years apart as far as in age, but they were really close. And he was killed the second day of the offensive, the Chinese offensive in Korea, their major push, and he was killed the second day. He received a Silver Star and received the Purple Heart. He didn't make it. He was killed in action. And so when I was born in October, my father named me after Anthony. So it's an honor I carry, because I remember I always make sure I honor that name.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you.